Good morning, YouTube. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are fantastic, and welcome back to the Duramax Diesel channel, first off. Second of all, I want to apologize because every single camera I had besides my iPhone broke. So I actually just bought a new camera for the channel. It's a Canon SX530HS, in case any of you guys are wondering. I got it last night, so that is the reason I've been slacking on the videos the last few days, but I'm going to give you guys a quick update on what we're going to do today. So, the other night I was working on my cylinder head. So I know I already made the video about lapping the valves. Basically finished that up, and here we go, one second. I'm going to show you. We had broken that exhaust manifold stud out, and we had to fix it, fill it in, whatever you want to call it. And I got a helicoil kit, which it wasn't the best one, I guess. It had these tangible or freaking helicoils in it. So I'll just go over how I did this real quick. So it comes with a tap. It comes with a tap, a little thread rod, and then the little helicoils, which are these things right here. And they just screw in. So they're M10 150, which was the thread that we needed. And they have this little tange on the bottom. So you tap the hole out. You tap the hole out, you thread it in, and then you take, oh shoot. When you're done, you take a punch and break that tab off in the bottom, and it's supposed to push it into the wall or something. I don't know, I picked the head up by it, like I threaded a rod in there, like a metal bolt or whatever, and I picked the head up by it. It held pretty good. The guy at the parts store was like, oh yeah, I used it for head studs one time, or head bolts or whatever, and I was like, dude, you're crazy. Like, I would absolutely never do that. Like, this is an exhaust manifold bolt. There's 7 other bolts there holding it on, so I think it'll be fine. So the goal for today, guys, is to not make the truck look like this anymore. I'm just kidding. It's gonna look like that for a while. But probably the goal for today is to finish up the heads, get the intake runner mounted back on that head. I gotta clean this one and check it for to make sure it's completely flat. Take the glow plugs out, clean it up, and then we'll slap the heads on this motor and hopefully get it, maybe get the turbo on, some other things done, so that way we can get it back in the truck, like maybe this week. So I do apologize, guys, because the timeline is a little bit behind. So I know I said I was hoping to have it done this week, but we ran into some issues where, you know, not everything worked out how I wanted it to. But as you can see, the motor's done. That's that one piston that's going to cause us all the issues. So when this motor blows up, that's going to be the one why. Anywho, guys, I talked to a few guys in the comments, and basically drop a comment below or a like on this video if you want me to go live for the first startup to see if it blows up or not. Like, I understand, like, this isn't right, but to this point, we're kind of at the point where it's kind of becoming like a challenge, like between one side that's like, oh, you know, the weight difference should be fine, and one side's like, fuck no, you did everything wrong, you're gonna, like, it's gonna blow up. So, like, if you guys want me to go live on the start of that, which would be in like a week, maybe next weekend, let me know, because we can do that. We'll make something work. So we're gonna get into the day, and I've rambled on for about long enough here, so we'll get started mounting this head, the intake runner on this head, getting it torqued, and then we'll keep going with our day. Alright, guys, so to finish up this head right here, the only thing we really have left is to put the intake runner on and then clean it off some more. But I just want to take a second, guys, and I don't know who makes these. 3M Roll-Lock bristle disc. These things are, like, hands down the greatest thing right here for cleaning off surfaces. Like here, for this, obviously it doesn't get in the groove too well, but like for cleaning it all off, this is like go-to, air powered. I'm sure you could put it on a drill though, and basically you just run it, you know, run it along the surface you want. I clean the bottom of the heads with these, so I gotta clean them again, but I don't want to make too many time lapses because these videos are already getting too long as they are, and I know you guys said shorter ones, but I will go over using this a little bit on the next head, but these things are absolutely like godsend. So I need to run to the parts store and grab some stuff, but this head should be done in about 20 minutes, and then we'll start on the other one, and once that's done, they're going on the motor. So probably today we'll get them on the block at least, I hope. So this head's done. I bought some RTV, so we're gonna, and this is a design I really don't like, is that these intake runners, right? So these bolt on the side of the head, like on there, you know. They hold 60 plus pounds of boost on my truck, and they are just RTV, which I mean RTV is fine, but I just wish there was a better design. But I put it in the parts washer and I cleaned it up for a little bit, just that way it was a little bit cleaner. But we're gonna throw that on and basically keep going, because that will finish this head up. So once this head is done, that leaves us, what do we have to do? This head I'll wash in the parts washer one more time before I put this intake runner on to get all the shit off of it. And then we gotta bring the other head in here, which I have to get the exhaust manifold off, which hopefully, oh man, I pray that we do not break any bolts, because if we do, we're gonna be in the same shit show as that one. But I have a helicoil kit, not something I want to do. I'm gonna spray them all now with PB Blast and try to get them off later, and we're gonna lap those valves in that head, and then it's studs and gaskets time, boys. I have everything ready to go. So I'm not taking the intake runner off that side, because we don't have to put it in the CNC machine and actually mill out the bolt, because that's what we did for this one. We took I don't know if I made a video on it, but we put the head in the CNC machine and actually milled out the bolt, so that way we could get it perfectly, and it was a shit show. Anyways, we're going to pull that head in. You guys already seen most of the work on this head, so I'm not really going to do anything with that. I'll go over the valve lapper tool. That's about it. And then we are going to start installing all the shit on the motor. Alright, so the front of the engine is over here where the open coolant passages are on the head. And this square opening for the, whatever you want to call it, goes towards the front, and the turbo sits right here in this valley. So you know which way it goes on. We're going to line it up. Got 2 bolts in to line it up. Maybe. Then we're going to set it on. And once I get all the bolts in, I'll go over torquing it. So now we're going to torque the intake manifold runner, whatever you want to call it, bolts. I hope this reaches. That should. Alright, so it's 18 foot-pounds. These aren't torque to yield bolts, but and it doesn't really matter because it's hard. But I'm still going to start in the center and work my way out. So I'm going to start in the top middle. 18. And then there's a bolt hiding in here. The 18. We're just going to keep working our way out. So go right, then left. Now that we got them all done, we're going to go back over them all again just to make sure. It doesn't really matter what in order, it's already tightened down, but I just want to check them all, make sure we don't miss any. So this cylinder head, oh, now I got RTV everywhere, great. This cylinder head is done, besides the exhaust manifold. I need to go get new bolts too, but I need to see how long I need. So I will be running back to the store again, because I've gone 3 times already. I know it hasn't seemed like it, but I had to go get stuff multiple times. So we will be running back one more time if we get the heads on the motor today, which we might get them on, but I don't know, we'll see. I can clean up the block. I'm going to bring the other head in here and go to town on it, guys. You guys already seen everything. I'll show you the lapping real quick with the new tool we got. And I'll go over this real quick. But after that, I'm gonna go to town and try to get these heads on the motor today. Alright guys, so I already showed you how to lap valves by hand, I guess, if you will. And I'm gonna just go over this real quick just so you guys know the proper, I guess, way to do it. Or another way to do it is So we got our grinding compound on there like before. I'm not going to go into super detail. I just want to cover this real quick, show you the tool I bought. Going to drop the valve in. Give it a little spin. And then take this little suction cup thing, stick it to the valve. Then you just go back and forth like this. Roll it down. Light pressure, but of course the valve's got carbon on it and the grinding compound. And there you guys go. That's how you should lap it with the tool. A little bit easier, a little bit faster, so took care of that. Now we'll clean them off and do the rest. I'm gonna go with there's an 88% chance this motor blows up. But besides the point, heads are done. We are going to start installing the valve train, I guess if you will, the roller lifters and all that jazz. So I poured some oil down in here, and I cleaned off the cam and everything. So I'm going to set the lifters down in there, which I'm cleaning with oil first, so they have oil on them. When you build a motor legit like, these are supposed to go back in the same spots, you know, so they are. We'll go with that. So once I get all these lifters set in, we will we'll go ahead and put the rest of the hold downs and everything together, and I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so it's pretty hard to see, but now we're putting these hold downs in, or I guess these are the lifter guides. So to sit down on top of the two lifters, I just two fingers like this, and they slide down in there. So we're going to put all those in, and then you want to make sure they're in there, and then we'll put the little brace across here, which I will show you. They look like this, and they sit across and hold those guides. And it's a little bracket like this. They hold those guides in place. So once we get those in, we'll get those on top of them and then tighten down. So we got the lifter retainer hold downs in, and it is, oh, I may not have the right size. Shoot. There we go. These bolts get torqued to 97 inch-pounds. So didn't sound good. There we go. 97. And when you're installing the lifters, they're supposed to go back in the same spot, like I said, and install them with clean motor oil. That's why there's oil everywhere, if you can't tell. So that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're kind of making progress, but I'm telling you the motor should be running this weekend, so don't hold me on that, but that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of all the lifters, wrap the block back up, and get this video up for you guys. The heads will go on tomorrow, and then, yeah, probably the turbo, then stuff in the truck. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up for the motor build. We will be done soon. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.